We're going to think about
Okay, so here you go. It's the hero's journey, which is the organization. Okay, now we've reached the precipice now where there's no turning back. We've gone as far down as we can go. But a champion picks themselves up,
That's right, brother.
pushes past the difficulty, and when they come back, they're better than they were before, and better for having lived through that.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Boom! Dropping bombs, Phil Sottile.
okay.
Absolutely correct, brother.
Thank you very much. I just want to get this guy on board real quick. Phil Sottile, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I think that nobody realizes who walks past here now that this ground is now sacred. People should really understand that. I just think there's so many interesting anecdotes, ideas, philosophy, psychology, spirituality, everything that's been wrapped up into all of your comments. I like the fact that you're keeping it real, as do you.
We're very analytical.
That is my company's service mark. Keep it real.
Okay.
And it carries over from life, right? Be real. If you're a jerk, just be a jerk. At least we know you're a jerk.
Okay.
Don't pretend you're not a jerk. We know you're a jerk.
And that's okay. You're
That's fine. But don't be a phony.
Right.
If you're a jerk, be a jerk. If you're good, be a good person. Be considerate, be kind, be courteous, be aware of consideration of other people's feelings. So the whole bodybuilding thing for me is I'm a good bodybuilder. Good. I'm not great at all. But I am a great promoter. I am a great ambassador to the sport. So, to your point, the problem is it is degraded because you just give a pro card because our society is entitled. They're entitled to receive but not put the hard work in. Now, this bodybuilding to me is a journey. It's a journey of discipline, dedication, ambition, surmounting high hurdles, difficult obstacles to reach the stage. First, fifth, sixth, last. It's all equal to me. It's all equal. Everybody did what they needed to do to make the stage. So my role, I can't stand on stage and be the best, but I can promote how great the stage is to make.
And you are one hell of a promoter.
Yes, you are. Yes,
It's
you
a
are.
great time to come out there to Long Island.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about that and what we can expect next week.
The Long Island Experience, we're in our 12th year. Long Island Experience Promotions.
Bring it up.
And Intelligent
Wow,
Fitness.
It's been that long.
And Intelligent Fitness. This is the 15th show that I promoted for the INBF. I've only competed in the INBF. I've only promoted the INBF because I believe in the drug-free lifestyle. I value and believe in the INBF ideology, our family. I come to a show, I see you, I see you, I see you. We all hug, we kiss, we
Okay,
say hello.
okay.
That is what this is about.
Thank you.
If you go outside of the INBF, they're trying to pretend, they're trying to graft, they're trying to promote an idea of what is, that they're like that, but they're just promoting what they want the propagandists to believe, that we are like that, whereas we actually are like that. So our show, which is the show First Time Competitors Choose, I branded it like that for a reason. My job, bring them into the competition lifestyle.
What's the percentage of your competitors that are first timers?
70 to 80%.
70 to 80% of
Awesome.
new competitors.
Awesome.
50, 60, 70? How many come out to your show?
We service a smaller clientele. We get more money per athlete than most shows, probably about 40 to 50% more for an entry fee. And I service anywhere between 40 to 50. This year is a little bit light. Why? Because there's a whole lot of damage control that we're doing. Hey, listen, we're keeping it real still, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right, brother.
Okay.
Okay.
And you know what? Our organization, we saw the heyday of our organization.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay? We saw the heyday. When you were competing, when you
This
competed,
guy
when you were
was the
competing,
heyday. It started coming
Okay.
down. It started trickling down.
the Naturalmania, the Hercules, that was the celebrated
Yes, it
shows
was.
of the season.
Yes, it was.
When I stepped on stage at any of those shows, I looked down the lineup, 10, 12, 14 guys, and said, oh,
Yeah.
I hope I brought it today.
Right.
Now, this is a super pro qualifier. The talent's not there. The work is not there. There's a lack of promoted criterion. That's the problem. Bikini. Do you know why bikini is a problem? Because there's no stated criterion. To me, it's very simple. Bikini, and fit body, and then figure. Okay? You move your way through there, or fit body translated is a figure competitor doing fit body posing, feminine physique posing. This is very simple. We just haven't established the criteria. That everybody knows this is this, this is it, this is this. It shouldn't be confusing.
There's criteria, but I think it's very
loose.
It's bland as the criteria, you know. So it's like, because you're looking at, I had an issue even today where it was like fit body. It was like such a difficult class because you have shredded girl, and then you have a girl who's balanced, complete, conditioned, but the category says conditioning. So I think I'm seasoned enough where I made the right decision. However, you're looking at conditioning. I don't want to see Dwayne Broadway's abs with veins popping out in the fit body.
Right.
I want to see a balanced condition.
Right.
So condition is very broad. Conditioning is like, I had glutes 2012. I don't want to see that in that conditioning. So if you're judging that as conditioning, it skews off the placing. You know what I mean? But if you're judging it as condition, full body, athletic, fit, condition, head to toe balance, it's going to wipe the one who's got veins sticking out of her delts and abs. So it separates it that way. But the word condition, we have criteria, but sometimes it's like so subjective, and that's where we have to be, consistent with it. And then again, with all these other organizations and all the different criteria, people coming in with different expectations, it gets kind of blurry. But I think, I'll be very honest with you, I'll leave with this, and I think that we're all in a good momentum now. I think Nancy Andrews, and I think that the shift, everybody, just the energy shifting, and not saying anything about what's happened in the past, but moving forward, I think there's a different kind of energy moving forward, more input. Nancy Andrews, I'm going to interview her later. Everybody's just kind of like, okay, there's a vision now. We have some young kind of mentality, and we have somebody who's dedicated to leading. And that's what it all takes. Starts from the top, right? We can all feed off of that. But again, we talked about that earlier, but if you're not, striving for something or some kind of standard, then we're all just kind of doing our own thing, and everybody's kind of floating around, and we're just going to get watered away like all the other organizations. But I have a positive kind of feeling about it. I think that we're moving in the right direction.
And we've seen an upswing in all the shows this year over last year.
Which is good.
Even though they're still small,
right? Absolutely.
They're bigger than they were last year. We've seen a lot more growth.
Well, all those guys, you got to respect all those guys. And Downs and Carollo and all those guys promoted the organization, for what it's worth. You can say Jay, promoted the organization into prominence, brought us to the top of the mountain. But there wasn't passing on the torch to help the organization evolve and grow moving forward as the patriarchs began to step down and away and passing on the organization to that next body of people. Unfortunately, we had to go all the way down, and we caught it before it went off
Usually what happens,
the
right?
cliff.
Usually what happens, you hit rock bottom before you're like,
That's
what,
right.
What am I doing here? I gotta either change, or I'm gonna just,
Be watch away.
we're gonna sink away.
Okay, so here you go. It's the hero's journey, which is the organization. Okay, now we've reached the precipice now, where there's no turning back. We've gone as far down as we can go. But a champion picks themselves up,
That's right, brother.
pushes past the difficulty, and when they come back, they're better than they
There
were
it is.
before, and better for having lived through that.
Absolutely.
So-
Absolutely.
Boom! Dropping bombs, Phil Sottile.
Okay.
Absolutely correct, brother.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely
Awesome.
correct.
That was awesome.
Thank you guys so much. Talk to you soon.
That was awesome.